can do everything. I saw you on stage, Shakespeare in the Park. You did a cartwheel. Out of nowhere, Meryl Streep does a cartwheel across the stage. I mean, you can act while doing a cartwheel. You can sing. You were a singer before you were an actress.
Yes, yeah, I was. I started there, but I'm not a singer like the singers here in the music school. I mean, that's real singers, you know.
Yeah.
But I did have, when I was 13 years old, I sang "Oh Holy Night" in my school, my public school in New Jersey, and the teacher told my mother that I should go and study with a teacher in New York, and my mother was always looking for an excuse to go to a matinee. So she would take me every 2 weeks, and I'd go in, and I had my lesson at 55th Street, next to Carnegie Hall, and I would sit in the hallway and listen to the woman who had her lesson just before me, and she was young too. I mean, she wasn't 13. She was in her 20s, and she was really pretty good. I thought she was almost as good as me, you know? And when she made her debut in the Sign of the Dove at the City Center, she gave us front row seats, and that was Beverly Sills.
Oh my God.
I know.
Yeah.
And I went at 15 and auditioned for the varsity cheerleading squad and stopped singing. When I got on.
I auditioned for varsity cheerleading at 15, didn't make it, and joined speech and debate.
That worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it worked out okay. But you say that, how did you put this? You put everything so well. To be an actress who is also eloquent, insightful, and articulate is your gift as well. But that you ran for everything in high school.
And lost.
And lost.
Yeah.
And then you, quote, discovered the peroxide bottle.
Yeah.
And became homecoming queen.
Yeah.
What's the deal there?
Nobody likes a dirty blonde. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure on girls. I have 3 girls. Nothing has changed since then. There's a lot of pressure on girls to think about how they look endlessly, and they waste. If there's any piece of advice I could give young women, it's don't waste so much time on worrying about your weight or your skin, or, develop what you do, what you put your hands on, what you do in the world, because I think and I still bleach my hair, so that's all right.
Yeah. Mine used to be naturally this color, but that was decades ago. Yeah, I'm so sorry. So you have 4 children. 3 of them are following you in your profession. How are you okay with that? Do you wish fame for your children?
Well, gosh, that's like saying you have a child who wants to be a journalist. Do you want them to, become, I don't know, you, right? Or something real famous. I think there's a big basket in which you can put your talents as an actor, as a journalist, and ideally, I think you might get a different kind of satisfaction, but definitely satisfaction from doing it without being famous. I always think about my friend Cherry Jones. Probably nobody knows Cherry. Oh, okay. Now you do, because she's been on TV and in a couple movies and stuff, but before she had an amazing career on Broadway, and yet she could walk down any street, go in any store, eat in any restaurant and not be followed or have stalkers or anything like that. All the bad side of fame. But she had all the satisfactions of being a great, great actress. And so I think My kids have seen close up what it's like to be really, really famous. And that part they don't love. But they love what they know of my appetite for my work and how much I love doing it. So they've had a very unique, there's no such thing as very unique, but they've had a unique point of view on celebrity, fame, and also the riches of being an artist from my husband and from me. So.
Your husband, as a sculptor, works alone in the quiet, and his work is appreciated in the way one appreciates art, quietly and with reverence. You get, this ovations, the paradox of your art and his art, and the reception and your fame. You have had, I think, to manage it. I think you've deliberately managed. You've domesticated an 800,000-pound gorilla. Have you done it on purpose?
You mean my husband, or?
All right, let's go there. The fame thing. You've really kept it at bay. I mean, you're not wearing the bling. And
well, you know what that is. You know what it is and how hard it is. And to choose to live in New York City, which, I mean, I love New York, and I wouldn't live anywhere else. I really wouldn't. I love it there.
Yeah.
You know, it's an amazing, intense, engaging place to live, challenging every day. And, you know, it's hard to be famous, don't you think? Nobody's going to cry for you, Argentina, but it is tricky, especially with kids.
I did not have your level of fame, but only I was pregnant with twins 5 days a week on morning television. I was the biggest pregnant woman in North America. And that kind of made, the twin thing made me sort of famous. And I, in 20 years, never let my children be photographed. Mm-hmm. And you have done that and more so. We know you have 4 children. Mm-hmm. Before they went into the theater, those that did, we didn't know anything about your children. Mm-hmm.